It's very easy to win once, but to win consistently is tough. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. You know, there's always a saying that to get to the top is very easy, but maintaining the top is more difficult than getting to the top. Yes, to have victory once is not a big deal, but to have the victory over and over and over and over, that is where there's a very big challenge. That's where there's a very big difficulty. So let's understand what it takes to win consistently. What does it take to win over and over and over? What does it take to get to the top and remain at the top? What does it take to be at the front line for a very long period in time? This is the Professional Mindset. Subscribe to our channel, like our videos, and share to as many as possible. Drop a comment for us in the comment section. Long-term thinking is one thing that enables you to win consistently. Yeah, long-term thinking. Don't just think about now. There's some people who win once and to them it's okay. They have made it. Of course not. That's wrong. Long-term thinking. What will become of me in 12 years' time? Then you put down strategies to get there. What will become of me in 50 years' time? You put down strategies to get there. If the intention was to gain victory, maybe in the next 30 years, of course, you need to start putting down strategies to maintain it now till that time. Okay, let's take a typical example. Every football coach is interested in winning a tournament consistently. And that's why you find them buy new players, swap some players, loan some players, constant training in and out of tournament seasons. Why? Because the focus is long term, to maintain a certain consistency of victory. If that's not the case, then football clubs will be called up to action only when there's a tournament, and after the tournament they dissolve the club. They will go for no training, no practice, no replacements, no recruitment of players, no transfers, nothing. If the case was just to go for a tournament and end, no. But because the idea is to constantly win in and out of season, they have to train in and out of season. They need to get players in and out of season. So if your ideology was to pass first just for this exam, then you study just for this exam. But if the mindset is to remain first and top on your class, you will not only study for the exam, you will study ahead in order to make it easier. So thinking long term enables you to have consistent victory, consistent success. Emotional discipline is very important. You don't react based on emotions. There are certain possibilities of your emotions tarnishing the programming around you. Have a level of emotional discipline. Discipline your mind emotionally to be stable. Discipline your mind emotionally to be stable, to be focused, to see things the way they are supposed to be, not the way you feel they should be. Discipline your emotions to see things the way they are supposed to be, not the way you feel they should be. If everything should work according to your feeling, then there is a problem, because there will be a failure in some point in life. But things are not supposed to work according to your feelings. They should work according to the structure which it is supposed to be. That is controlling your emotions and working on your emotions. Make room for continuous improvement. Make room for continuous improvement. Improve consistently. Improve consistently. Constant improvement. Make room for improvement. When there is no improvement, nothing new comes in. People get tired of seeing the old you. Let there be something new every time that attracts them to you. Make room for improvement. Make room for adjustments. Be flexible. Be flexible. Bring in new techniques. Bring in new methods. Open up to new challenges. Visualize things from different angles. Give room, give space for something new to drop, something new, improve, innovate. Nobody wants to keep seeing a standard stereotype, one and the same thing every time. Let it be something new. What is there about you that they will see and feel like it's a change? What's there? Everything remains the same, then there's a question mark, there's a problem. All right? Create space, create room for innovation. Let something new be seen over time. Focus on the process, not just the result. You want to remain at the top? Focus on the process. Let the result not deceive you. There are times when the result is good, but the process was not too good. When you focus on the result, you will fail to identify the errors in the process. But when you focus on the process, you will pick out the errors and better off the result. Focus on the process, right? Pay attention to how you got there, not when you got there. Pay attention to how you got there, not the ease with which you got there. Pay attention to the process that took you there, not the glory you got when you got there. Yes, pay attention to how you got there. It is very important, very important. Understand the process. Focus on the process. Once you grasp the process, it becomes very easy for you to replicate the result. That's what we call efficiency. Understanding the process, becoming versed with the process until it becomes part and parcel of you. It should now become something you do without stress, not something you need to venture left, right, and center. Starting new processes. Of course, when you start a new process without understanding the old process, the result will be different from the former. So you need to focus on your process, master your process, ameliorate your process, build your process, and that way you will remain at the top. That way you will remain up high. That way you will remain successful. This is the professional mindset.